In the fast-paced whirlwind of our modern world, it seems as though chaos is just a breath away. Yet, across the expanse of history, there lies an ancient wisdom that whispers a different story. As Marcus Aurelius once poignantly reflected, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This simple yet profound truth invites us to explore how we, too, can remain grounded amidst life's inevitable storms. Today, we're diving into a journey that bridges ancient Stoic philosophies with our contemporary struggles, unveiling how these timeless insights can transform how we navigate stress, anxiety, and disorder. By embracing the core Stoic principles of acceptance, emotional control, and rational thinking, we'll uncover practical techniques that empower us to maintain our inner peace, even when the world around us seems to be unraveling. So, let's embark on this exploration together, unlocking the secrets to staying calm when everyone else is panicking. Have you ever found yourself consumed by stress, worrying about things beyond your control? This is a universal experience, yet there's a powerful Stoic principle that can help us find peace amidst such chaos. It's called the Dichotomy of Control, a concept that divides the world into two categories: what we can control and what we cannot. Let's consider for a moment how much of what you're stressed about truly falls outside your control. The Stoics, particularly Epictetus, emphasized that our tranquility comes from this understanding. He once said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This principle teaches us that while we can't control external events or others' actions, we can control our thoughts, attitudes, and reactions. By focusing on our internal responses, we reserve our energy for what truly matters, rather than wasting it on things we cannot change. Imagine a modern scenario like workplace stress. Perhaps you have a demanding project with a looming deadline. It might feel overwhelming, and the thought of potential failure could be paralyzing. However, applying the dichotomy of control, you would break this stress down. The project deadline itself and the expectations of others are beyond your control. What lies within your realm of influence, however, are your effort, the quality of your work, and your approach to managing your time. By honing in on these aspects, you can transform a situation that initially felt daunting into one that is manageable. This redirection of focus empowers you to respond more effectively and rationally to stress, ultimately fostering a sense of calm and control. Now let's take a moment to reflect personally. Consider the stressors in your life. It might be a challenging relationship, financial concerns, or health issues. Can you categorize these into things you can control versus those you cannot? Often, just the act of categorization can relieve a significant amount of tension. You might realize that by directing your energy toward what you can influence, a conversation you can initiate, a budget you can revise, or a health regime you can stick to, you take proactive steps toward resolving your concerns rather than being bogged down by them. Understanding and applying the dichotomy of control invites us to reframe our perspective, granting us the serenity to accept what we cannot change while empowering us to take charge of our reactions. It's about embracing an active role in shaping our destiny, even in the face of uncontrollable circumstances. As you reflect on how this principle might apply to your own life, consider where you might shift your focus, allowing yourself to navigate stress with the wisdom of the Stoics leading the way. Detachment is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, offering a pathway to calm in a world often fraught with panic. At its essence, detachment involves emotionally distancing ourselves from outcomes, allowing us to navigate challenges with clarity and composure. Think of it as stepping back from the chaos to see the bigger picture, which can be incredibly grounding when the pressure mounts. Historically, this concept has been a vital tool for Stoics. Seneca, one of Stoicism's great thinkers, famously said, "Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life." In this statement, Seneca captures the essence of detachment, living in the present without being tethered to anticipated outcomes or past regrets. This perspective encourages us to focus on what we can do today without being burdened by the unpredictability of tomorrow. In our modern lives, the practice of detachment is more relevant than ever. One prevalent example is the anxiety many of us experience due to social media. We're constantly bombarded with updates, likes, and comments, which can lead to a heightened sense of panic about our social standing or personal worth. But what if we approached social media with a Stoic mindset? By emotionally detaching from the need for validation through likes or follows, we can regain control over our peace of mind. Imagine this scenario. You post a picture on social media and eagerly await reactions. Minutes pass, then hours, with fewer likes than you'd hoped. Panic sets in as you start questioning everything from your choice of photo to your own self-worth. Now, let's apply detachment. Acknowledge that you cannot control others' reactions. Instead, focus on why you posted in the first place. Perhaps it was a memory you cherished or a moment of joy you wanted to share. By shifting your focus to the intrinsic value of your actions, you detach from the need for external approval and reduce the anxiety tied to it. This principle can extend to numerous aspects of life, be it career ambitions, personal relationships, or lifestyle goals. Ask yourself, where in your life are you emotionally overinvested in outcomes? Is it in securing a promotion, seeking acceptance from peers, or striving for a perfect image? Recognizing these areas is the first step toward applying detachment. Consider the benefits of adopting this mindset. Detachment doesn't mean apathy or indifference. Rather, it empowers you to care deeply about your efforts and intentions while remaining unburdened by the outcome. It offers freedom from the constant cycle of hope and disappointment, anchoring you in a state of tranquility and focused purpose. By practicing detachment, you cultivate resilience, allowing you to face life's uncertainties without losing your composure. It's about aligning your efforts with your principles, not being swayed by external events. As you reflect on how this can apply to you, think about the serenity and strength you could gain by stepping back and embracing detachment in your everyday life. Picture the aftermath of a great battle, dust settling, weary soldiers gathering their strength. In ancient Rome, there stood a Stoic philosopher and statesman named Cato the Younger, remembered not only for his wisdom but for his remarkable resilience. Cato faced numerous adversities, steadfastly adhering to his principles even when surrounded by corruption and political turmoil. His resilience wasn't just about enduring hardships, it was about transforming them into opportunities for growth and learning, a practice deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. Resilience, according to Stoics like Cato, is about fortifying the mind to withstand external pressures without crumbling. It's not merely surviving adversity but thriving because of it. This brings us to another revered Stoic, Marcus Aurelius. He once mused, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This profound insight teaches us that obstacles are not just hurdles to overcome but pathways to personal growth. In today's world, the concept of resilience is more crucial than ever. Take, for instance, economic uncertainties, a reality many face at some point. Job insecurity, market fluctuations, and financial pressures can easily induce panic. Yet, approaching these challenges with a Stoic mindset allows us to view them as opportunities for growth. This might mean learning new skills, reevaluating career paths, or finding innovative ways to achieve financial stability. But how do we cultivate resilience in our own lives? The Stoics suggest starting with small, daily exercises that test our endurance and adaptability. This could involve stepping out of our comfort zones, intentionally facing minor inconveniences to build mental fortitude. For instance, voluntarily taking on a challenging task at work or engaging in a difficult conversation we've been avoiding. These experiences help us develop a resilient mindset, preparing us for larger challenges in the future. Furthermore, resilience thrives on the foundation of solid principles and values. By knowing what we stand for and why, we're better equipped to stay grounded during life's tempests. Reflect on your core values. What principles guide you? Understanding and committing to these principles ensures that when external pressures rise, we remain anchored and not easily swayed by temporary fears or uncertainties. Now, let's bring this reflection to a personal level. Consider a time in your life when resilience played a crucial role. Perhaps it was during a significant career transition, a challenging personal relationship, or a health scare. How did resilience help you navigate that period? What did you learn from the experience that could be applied to future challenges? These reflections not only reinforce the resilience you've already built, but also guide you in recognizing growth opportunities in present and future obstacles. By embracing challenges with a Stoic perspective, we can transform potentially debilitating situations into rich learning experiences, paving the way for personal and professional growth. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, the Stoic approach to resilience reminds us that true strength lies not in avoiding challenges but in confronting them with courage and wisdom. By doing so, we not only manage to weather the storms but also emerge from them wiser and more empowered. As you ponder your journey, consider how the next challenge you face might become a stepping stone toward your growth and understanding of the world around you. Reflect for a moment on the fleeting nature of life, the way each moment flows into the next, never to return. We often find ourselves caught in the grip of panic, overwhelmed by the crises we perceive as insurmountable. Yet at the heart of Stoic philosophy lies a profound understanding, the concept of impermanence. This realization that all things, good and bad, are temporary can be a powerful antidote to panic. The Stoics believed that by embracing the transient nature of our experiences, we can diminish the intensity of our responses to crises. This idea is echoed in the writings of Seneca, who wisely noted, "What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears." Seneca's words remind us that life, in its entirety, is a series of ephemeral events. Rather than becoming entrenched in distress over what is temporary, we can find solace in the knowledge that all things will pass. To illustrate this point, let's delve into a historical anecdote that beautifully demonstrates the impact of impermanence on composure. Consider the story of the Athenian leader Pericles during the Peloponnesian War. Amidst turmoil and uncertainty, Pericles faced a crippling plague that swept through Athens, leaving chaos in its wake. Despite the despair surrounding him, Pericles remained calm and focused. His understanding of life's transient nature allowed him to lead with a steady hand, making strategic decisions that prioritized the well-being of his city-state. Pericles' ability to remain composed amid chaos is a testament to the power of accepting impermanence. In our own lives, the acceptance of impermanence can be equally transformative. Imagine facing a difficult period at work, perhaps due to a reorganization or an unexpected challenge. By internalizing the Stoic concept of impermanence, we can remind ourselves that this situation, however stressful, is temporary. This perspective allows us to approach the crisis with a clearer mind, focusing on practical solutions rather than succumbing to anxiety. Now, let's turn this reflection inward. Consider areas in your life where you might be resistant to change or overly attached to stability. It could be in personal relationships, career paths, or even in daily routines. What would it mean for your well-being if you embraced the notion that all things are in a state of flux? Often, Accepting impermanence leads to a more balanced emotional state, as we recognize that change is not something to fear but a natural part of existence. The Stoic view of impermanence encourages us to live fully in the present without clinging to what was or fearing what might be. By doing so, we cultivate a sense of equanimity in the face of life's ups and downs. This mindset doesn't just prepare us for moments of crisis, it enriches our everyday experiences with a deeper appreciation for the here and now. So, as you navigate the ebbs and flows of life, remember the wisdom of the Stoics. Embrace the concept of impermanence not as a source of uncertainty, but as a guide to find peace and resilience in all that you encounter. By doing so, you open yourself to a world where every moment is a fleeting opportunity to learn, grow, and calmly embrace whatever comes next. Mindfulness is a powerful tool that enhances our ability to remain calm in moments of panic and confusion. It all begins with a straightforward benefit: mindfulness sharpens our focus. By being fully present, we draw our attention away from distractions and worries about the future, anchoring ourselves in the here and now. This focus allows us to respond to situations thoughtfully, rather than reacting out of anxiety or fear. This concept aligns beautifully with the Stoic philosophy of living fully in the present. The Stoics emphasize the importance of this mindset, understanding that much of our suffering comes from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. Epictetus, one of the prominent Stoic philosophers, famously said, "Do not seek to have events happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do, and your life will go smoothly." This quote encapsulates the Stoic idea of presence, accepting life as it unfolds and focusing on our current experience. So, how can we practice this presence in our daily lives? Mindful listening is one technique that can dramatically improve our interactions. When we engage in conversations, it's easy to become preoccupied with formulating our responses rather than truly listening. By practicing mindful listening, we commit to hearing the other person fully without interruptions or judgments. This not only enhances our relationships but also keeps us grounded and present. Another simple yet effective practice is mindful walking. Instead of rushing to our destination, we can take a moment to notice the sensations of walking, the pressure on our feet, the rhythm of our breath, and the sights and sounds around us. This practice helps us to savor the moment, creating a pocket of tranquility amidst a busy day. Mindfulness is not just about engaging with the world, it's also about turning inward to understand our own thoughts and emotions. You might find moments throughout your day where a little presence could greatly reduce anxiety. Perhaps it's during a morning routine where, instead of thinking about the day ahead, you focus entirely on the process of brewing a cup of coffee. Feel the warmth of the mug in your hands, inhale the rich aroma, and take each sip mindfully. Or maybe, during your commute, you can use the time to observe your surroundings, noticing details you might have previously overlooked. Consider, too, how mindfulness can impact larger moments of stress. For instance, when facing a deadline at work, instead of becoming overwhelmed by what needs to get done, bring your focus back to the task at hand. Break it down into small, manageable steps and tackle each one with full attention. This approach not only enhances productivity, but also diminishes the feelings of panic that can arise from an apparent overload. As we reflect on these practices, let's also look inward. What are some moments in your daily routine where embracing mindfulness could alleviate stress and enhance your sense of calm? It might be during meals where you can savor each bite without distraction, or in moments of transition like the drive home, where a few deep breaths could help shift your mindset from work to relaxation. Mindfulness is about cultivating a sense of presence that permeates all facets of life. By integrating these Stoic practices, we create a resilient mind that remains unfazed by the chaos around us. It's about living deliberately, appreciating the richness of each moment, and finding peace in the present, even amid life's inevitable uncertainties. Have you ever noticed how often we perceive external events as threats, allowing them to disrupt our peace of mind? Why is it that two people can experience the same event yet react so differently? This question lies at the heart of a Stoic belief that can profoundly alter how we approach life's challenges: the power of perspective. It's not the events themselves that disturb us, but the stories we tell ourselves about these events. This understanding is encapsulated beautifully in the words of the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, who said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Imagine you're stuck in a traffic jam and your plans are suddenly derailed. It's easy to succumb to frustration, perhaps even rage. However, what if you shifted the narrative? Instead of seeing it as a blockade in your day, you might view it as an unexpected opportunity, a chance to enjoy an audiobook, reflect on a problem with a new perspective, or simply enjoy a moment of stillness in an otherwise busy day. By altering the story you tell yourself about the traffic jam, you turn a potential stressor into a moment of calm. Let's explore another scenario facing a setback at work. Perhaps a project didn't go as planned, or you received critical feedback. The immediate reaction might be stress or disappointment. However, through the Stoic lens, this challenge becomes an opportunity for growth. Instead of viewing it as a failure, consider it a learning experience. What lessons can be drawn from this situation? How can it make you more resilient and better prepared for future challenges? This shift in narrative doesn't just reduce stress, it fosters a mindset that embraces challenges as stepping stones toward personal and professional development. Practically, this means actively choosing how you perceive and react to events. It doesn't require denying reality, but rather reframing your understanding of it. Begin by recognizing your initial reaction to a stressor, and then consciously choose to view it from a different angle. For example, if you're feeling overwhelmed by a busy schedule, you might focus on the sense of accomplishment that completing tasks will bring, or appreciate the skills you're developing through your efforts. Now, let's engage with this concept personally. Think about a current stressor in your life. It might be a demanding project, a personal disagreement, or even a financial worry. With a Stoic perspective in mind, how might you reframe this situation? What new narrative could transform it from a threat to a manageable challenge, or even an opportunity for growth? By changing how we perceive external events, we not only maintain our inner tranquility, but also find empowerment in our ability to craft a narrative that serves us. This isn't about optimism for its own sake, but about seeing our circumstances clearly and choosing a constructive path forward. As you reflect on this practice, consider the long-term impact of consistently applying this perspective shift. Could it lead to a more peaceful, resilient life? By embracing the Stoic belief in altering our perspectives on external events, we unlock the potential to remain calm and centered, regardless of what life throws our way. In the throes of a crisis, our instinctive reaction is often driven by emotion. Panic, fear, and anxiety can cloud our judgment, making it difficult to think clearly. However, the Stoics provide us with a powerful tool to counteract these overwhelming feelings: rational thinking. By harnessing the power of reason, we can navigate crises with a clear mind, moving through the chaos with a sense of calm and purpose. To understand this concept, let's journey back to ancient Rome, where Stoicism was not just a philosophy but a way of life. During that era, crises were frequent and often severe, ranging from political upheaval to natural disasters. The Stoics, known for their composure and clarity, dealt with these challenges by applying rational thought. Consider the example of Cotto the Younger, a Stoic statesman renowned for his unwavering principles. In the face of Rome's political turmoil, he remained steadfast, using logical reasoning to guide his decisions rather than succumbing to the tumultuous emotions that surrounded him. This commitment to rationality is echoed in the writings of Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher who advised, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient, for he that is so wants nothing." Seneca's words remind us that reason is the antidote to fear. By focusing on logical analysis rather than emotional responses, we can maintain clarity and make informed decisions that serve us well in the heat of crisis. Now, let's translate this Stoic principle into a modern context. Imagine a family emergency, such as an unexpected medical situation. It's natural to feel a surge of panic, a rush of what-ifs, and worst-case scenarios that can quickly spiral out of control. Yet, by pausing to apply rational thinking, you can assess the situation more clearly. What are the immediate actions that need to be taken? What resources are available? Who should be contacted for support? By breaking down the situation into manageable steps, you effectively halt the emotional spiral, allowing you to approach the emergency with a cool head and assuredness. This practice isn't just reserved for philosophers or statesmen. It's applicable in the everyday lives of all of us. In fact, you might have already experienced the benefits of rational thinking in a past crisis. Perhaps during a workplace challenge, you chose to focus on problem solving rather than dwelling on the potential negative outcomes, or maybe in a personal conflict, you prioritized understanding and logical dialogue over heated arguments. Think back to such a time. How did staying rational help you navigate that situation more effectively? By fostering a habit of rational thinking, especially during times of crisis, we cultivate resilience and composure. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions altogether, but rather acknowledging them without letting them dictate our actions. Rationality becomes our guiding compass, steering us through turbulent waters toward calm and informed decisions. As we embrace this Stoic practice, we transform our approach to crises, turning potential chaos into opportunities for clear-headed action. Reflect on how you can incorporate rational thinking into your own life, and consider the impact it may have next time you face a challenging situation. By doing so, you align yourself with the timeless wisdom of the Stoics, discovering strength and serenity in the power of the mind's reasoned response. Imagine you're in the middle of a tense meeting at work, and suddenly the conversation takes an unexpected turn. A colleague makes a blunt remark that feels like a personal attack, and you can feel the heat rising, your heart racing, and anger bubbling to the surface. In moments like these, it's easy to get emotionally hijacked, reacting impulsively and potentially escalating the situation. However, the Stoics teach us a powerful technique for managing such emotional surges: emotional regulation. Emotional regulation is the ability to manage and respond to emotional experiences in a balanced way. It's not about suppressing or ignoring emotions, but rather about recognizing them, understanding their roots, and choosing how to respond constructively. The Stoics, masters of this art, believe that by regulating emotions, we can prevent them from overwhelming our reason and maintain a sense of equilibrium even in the face of provocation. One of the guiding lights of Stoic philosophy, Epictetus, emphasized the importance of temperance, a key element of emotional regulation. He famously taught, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This quote underscores the Stoic belief that true freedom comes from within, from the ability to govern our internal states rather than being enslaved by them. By practicing temperance, we gain the power to navigate life's challenges with grace and composure. Consider a scenario where this principle can be applied during heated debates. Whether it's a discussion on social media, a political argument with friends, or a disagreement with family, debates can quickly become emotionally charged. The Stoic approach to emotional regulation starts with awareness. By noticing the first signs of rising emotions, perhaps a change in tone, increased heart rate, or tense muscles, we can apply techniques to calm ourselves. This might include taking a deep breath, pausing before speaking, or mentally stepping back to assess the situation objectively. Instead of lashing out or becoming defensive, we choose our words carefully, focusing on understanding and resolution rather than conflict. This tempered approach not only aids in diffusing the tension but also fosters a more productive and respectful dialogue. Now, let's reflect on your own life. Identify situations that frequently trigger strong emotional reactions. Is it criticism, stressful deadlines, or interpersonal conflicts? Once you've recognized these triggers, consider strategies for regulating your emotions effectively. Perhaps it involves taking a moment of solitude to gather your thoughts, practicing mindfulness to ground yourself in the present, or engaging in self-talk that encourages positive and rational thinking. Remember that emotional regulation is a skill that takes practice and patience to develop. It's about gradually building an internal toolkit to draw upon in moments of stress or provocation. As you hone this skill, you'll likely find that not only do you handle tense situations with more ease, but you also cultivate a deeper sense of inner peace and control over your life. By embracing the Stoic technique of emotional regulation, we can transform our responses to life's challenges, stepping away from the cycle of emotional reactivity and towards a state of balanced, reasoned action. Reflect on how you can incorporate these practices into your daily routine, turning potential moments of panic into opportunities for calm and thoughtful engagement. Patience is a timeless virtue, cherished in the annals of Stoic tradition as a cornerstone of wisdom and calmness. In the Stoic philosophy, patience isn't merely a passive waiting but an active cultivation of inner peace, a steady grounding that allows us to weather life's inevitable storms with grace and composure. In a world that often celebrates speed and immediate gratification, the Stoic value of patience remains a beacon of tranquility, guiding us through moments of panic and uncertainty. The Stoics revered patience as a fundamental aspect of virtue ethics, a trait that underpins the very essence of a virtuous life. Marcus Aurelius, an emperor who faced myriad challenges, mused on the power of patience in his meditations, observing, "Patience is the antidote to the restless pursuit of what cannot be attained now." It's in patience that we find strength and resolution. Marcus's wisdom teaches us that through patience, we transcend the immediate pressures and distractions, finding a deeper resolve and strength that isn't swayed by the ups and downs of life. To illustrate how patience acts as a stabilizing force, consider a common everyday scenario: sitting in traffic. Traffic jams are a regular part of modern life, often leading to frustration and stress. Yet, viewed through the lens of Stoic patience, this mundane situation transforms into a valuable practice ground for cultivating tranquility. Instead of succumbing to impatience and frustration, we can choose to use this time to reflect, listen to calming music, or enjoy a podcast. By embracing patience, the traffic jam becomes a pause, an opportunity to step back from the rush and engage with the present moment thoughtfully. This approach to patience isn't about passive endurance, but about an active choice to maintain our equilibrium. Patience teaches us to accept situations beyond our control without anxiety, enabling us to focus our energy on what we can influence: our thoughts and attitudes. This alignment with patience not only fosters calmness but also cultivates a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place within the broader tapestry of life. Reflect on your own life and identify scenarios where patience might be lacking. Is it during long queues, waiting for an important response, or the pace at which goals are achieved? In these moments, patience acts as a tool for introspection and personal growth. By consciously practicing patience, we not only ease our immediate stress, but also weave a thread of tranquility throughout our daily experiences. In doing so, we align ourselves with the Stoic virtues, embracing life as it unfolds without the need for haste or frustration. It invites us to trust in the process and find peace in the journey rather than fixating solely on the destination. Each moment of patience is a step toward mastering ourselves, strengthening our ability to face future challenges with grace and poise. So, as you ponder over the role of patience in your life, consider how this virtue can transform moments of potential panic into opportunities for calm reflection and growth. Embrace patience as a guiding force and let it lead you to a more composed, serene existence. Through patience, we discover that tranquility isn't something to be chased, but rather something cultivated from within. In the tapestry of Stoic philosophy, the thread of community runs strong and true. The Stoics, wise in their understanding of human nature, recognize the profound strength that lies in community and mutual support, especially during times of crisis. They saw societal roles not just as duties, but as vital connections that bind us together, forming a web of support that can catch us when we begin to fall. This is beautifully encapsulated in the words of Seneca, who wrote, "No one can live happily who regards himself alone, turns everything to his own advantage." You must live for others if you wish to live for yourself. This quote underscores a key Stoic belief that our individual well-being is deeply intertwined with the well-being of those around us. In the face of panic or disaster, tapping into the strength of collective resilience can ground us, providing a comforting reminder that we are never truly alone. When we stand together, sharing wisdom and support, we amplify our capacity to remain calm, even when overwhelming storms threaten to sweep us away. Throughout history, many communities have faced adversity that tested their resolve. Consider the resilience displayed during natural disasters, such as the rebuilding efforts following devastating hurricanes or earthquakes. In these moments, the power of community truly shines. People come together, offering shelter, sharing resources, and providing emotional support. It's this collective effort that not only aids in the physical rebuilding of communities, but also in the emotional healing of their members. The shared experience of overcoming adversity strengthens bonds and creates a sense of unity and purpose that can be profoundly calming amidst chaos. These examples of community support highlight an essential truth. During challenging times, the comfort derived from knowing we are part of something larger than ourselves can be incredibly stabilizing. Just as a single twig is easily broken, yet a bundle is strong, so too are individuals fortified by their community. It is through our connections with others that we find the resilience to face life's unpredictable challenges with equanimity. Now, let's turn this reflection inward. How can you build and rely on community networks for emotional support during stressful times? Begin by identifying the groups you're already part of: family, friends, colleagues, or local community organizations. Consider how these networks can support you and how you, in turn, can support others. Engage actively with these groups by nurturing open communication, fostering trust, and sharing experiences and solutions. Additionally, think about expanding your community. Seek out new connections that align with your values and interests. Perhaps join a local club or an online group where shared interests can become the foundation for deeper, supportive relationships. Investing in these networks not only enhances your own emotional resilience, but also contributes to the collective strength of your community. The Stoic recognition of the strength of community invites us to embrace our interconnectedness, valuing the mutual assistance and shared wisdom that arise from our roles in society. By fostering these connections, we equip ourselves with the tools necessary to navigate turmoil with a calm and steady heart. As you ponder your personal approach, consider the ways you can cultivate and rely on a supportive community to stand strong, even in the face of life's storms. Through community, we find not only resilience but also a profound sense of belonging and peace. As we bring our exploration of Stoic techniques to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on the powerful tools we've discovered, tools that empower us to maintain our calm when others around us may be spiraling into panic. Throughout this journey, we've delved into the art of control, the wisdom of detachment, and the strength found in resilience, each offering a unique pathway to inner peace and mastery over our emotional responses. Beginning with the concept of control, we learned that the Stoics encourage us to focus on what lies within our power, our own thoughts, actions, and attitudes, while gracefully accepting the things we cannot change. This fundamental dichotomy of control is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, reminding us that true freedom and serenity come from within, not from external circumstances. By internalizing this lesson, we unlock the potential to navigate life's challenges with clarity and composure. Next, we explore detachment, a practice that teaches us to let go of our attachment to specific outcomes. By doing so, we reduce the anxiety associated with uncertainty and allow ourselves to be fully present in each moment. Detachment doesn't imply indifference; rather, it invites us to engage with the world deeply while remaining grounded and open to the flow of life. This practice, when integrated into daily life, can transform our interactions and enhance our capacity to remain calm even in the face of adversity. Our exploration of resilience revealed how we can turn obstacles into opportunities for growth. By embracing challenges as a natural part of life and viewing them through a Stoic lens, we discover strength and perseverance we might not have known we possessed. Resilience is about adapting to change and emerging from difficulties not just unscathed but enriched by the experience. These principles of control, detachment, and resilience are not just philosophical abstractions. They have the power to profoundly influence our personal development. By applying these techniques, we cultivate a mindset that fosters stability, empowerment, and peace regardless of external turmoil. As Epictetus wisely stated, it's not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters. This quote encapsulates the essence of Stoic philosophy and its enduring relevance to our lives today. Now, as you reflect on the insights shared in this video, consider how you might integrate these Stoic techniques into your own daily routine. Ask yourself, in what areas of my life can I let go of control and embrace acceptance? How can I practice detachment in my interactions and personal goals? And in what ways can I build resilience to face life's inevitable challenges with grace and strength? We encourage you to contemplate these questions and take the first steps towards incorporating Stoic principles into your personal journey. Feel free to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights might inspire others in our community to embark on a similar path of growth and tranquility. If you found value in this exploration, consider subscribing to our channel for more content on Stoicism and personal development. Join our community as we continue to delve into ancient wisdom and its application in our modern world. Thank you for watching, and may you find peace and strength as you apply these timeless Stoic techniques in your life.